Today on the channel, we're back to Jakks Classic Superstars Series 25 with the Big Show, Bill Goldberg, and King Haku.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars Series 25 unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got old Bill Goldberg, we got the Big Show, we got a heavy hitter in King Haku. But for all your modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And we're going to do this unboxing and review like we do all the other ones here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we're going to start off with old Paul White, the Big Show himself. Some people say my doppelganger. A lot of people, about every single day. Kyle, do you know you look like AJ Styles? Kyle, do you know you look like the Big Show? And I say, oh yes. Me and Uncle Paul, of course Uncle Paul and I look the same. But we talk about it a lot on the channel. But of course, a good one. And some of you guys might know, or some of you guys may not know, that the famed Willie Nelson song, Me and Paul, was written about me and the Big Show. I wrote that actually for Willie Nelson. Somebody can fact check that if they want to, but I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother. Just take my word for it. But let's take a look at the old Big Show here. Looking good, and this is kind of first version of Big Show. He had the big sweatsuit on for whatever reason. And this is an interesting one, as we later got another version of this. Very, very similar, of course, in the classic line. And we'll get to that in a future video. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I always say. Looking good there in the pack, of course. Big Show on the side. On this side, there's a little glamour shot. Very angry, very menacing, very glamour shots. There it is. And then on the back, you got the big cross-sell, UPCs, warnings, tail of the tape, the blurb, and the glamour shot. It's all there. They're playing all the hits on the back of the package. See what it says about our friend Big Show here. Weight, 441 pounds, 7 feet tall. Finishing move, the good old choke slam. Never fails a big man, those choke slams. Titles, WWE Champion, ECW Champion, WCW Champion, United States Champion, World Tag Team Champion, WCW World Tag Team Champion. He is a guy that gets around, that is for sure. But let's pull him out of the package here. Oh, always hurts me to unbox these, but you guys know I have to. I have to do it. There's a gun to my head right off camera making me do this. Pull him out. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, rookie. See you later. Goodbye. There's the old Big Show in the plastic prison. I love how he's kind of like arched in there. They have him like sitting in this. It almost looks like he's sitting in a chair. Very interesting. Pull that out there. See you later. Goodbye. And we got the old Big Show out of the package. Looking big, looking bad, looking nationwide like a young ZZ Top, as we always say. And man, this is a fabulous, fabulous figure. Just absolutely fabulous. All day long, you know this is the Big Show, or it's me, I guess. If some of you guys think that. It's me or the Big Show. One or the other. There's no mistake in it. But man, it looks really, really good. A fabulous head sculpt on this one. Absolutely fabulous. Love the choke slam hand here. The old Big Show. Oh, he's doing one of those. Absolutely love that as well. Got a little bit of a claw hand over here. Just looking awesome. Just really looking awesome. Once again, a beautiful soft good. If you guys remember our video where we did the Boss Man in Series 25, very similar material as his vest, which I do find to be pretty interesting. Underneath, he just has black pants, or I should say black tights on. It looks like he's going up to the urinal. I bet you when Big Show goes to the urinal, he just drops it like this, and he just goes there. He's one of those guys. There's a few people that do that. I'm not one of them, but I've heard Big Show does that. That's another fact check we could get. But we do have that there, and then he's got the plain top underneath. Unfortunately, we got some of that staining. It's just not for AEW. It's just not for Mattel anymore. It goes back to the Jakks days, so we got staining all over here. So that's pretty unfortunate, but to me, this one I'm keeping in this outfit. I wouldn't be taking this off. I'm going to remember him in his black sweatsuit is how I'm going to remember this Big Show. It does make me a little bit concerned for the future one, because the future one is a little different. It's very similar to this, but if you take off his garb, it has the traditional singlet going on there. But I have to bet if this one's staining, that one probably is. So we're going to cross that bridge when it comes to us on the channel. But I'm preparing myself for heartbreak and the disappointment. But all day long, a beautiful, beautiful Big Show figure. Possibly his best Jakks figure. I'd have to look. Maybe we could do a top 5 list one day. But a fabulous, fabulous looking Big Show right here. I really, really do like this one. So there's the old Big Show there. Now we're going to turn our attention over to one of the jewels of the Classic Superstars line, and that would be King Haku. One of the priciest, if not the most pricey, single-carded regular release figure in the line. A lot of that has to do with Haku having very few figures over the years, but this is an absolute fabulous, tremendous figure. One of the best head sculpts in the whole Classic Superstars line. And this one currently, as the filming goes, for about $300, if you can believe that. This is a very expensive figure. I remember just getting it at my local Toys R Us, but apparently this wave was a little harder to find. We were getting nearer to the end of the line. Things were starting to pegworm, stopping some promotion of some of the other lines. That's kind of the way it goes. But this Haku, absolutely legendary in collecting circles. And there he is. He does come with his crown looking really nice. There he is on the side as well, looking good. Haku on that side, ready to be paired up with Andre the Giant in a moment's notice. They're ready to take on Demolition at Mania if they have to. Big cross sell down below, UPC's warnings, blurb, tail of the tape, glamour shot as well. On the back, we got the cross sell. We got Goldberg, Big Show, Boss Man, Jesse Ventura, Bastion Booger, Jerry Briscoe, Jack Briscoe, Haku, and Jeff Hardy in this line. Haku, weight 313 pounds, 6'1", finishing move, the good old Savat kick, titles World Tag Team Champion. Looking beautiful in Series 25. Thankfully, I don't have to open this one. I did find a loose one a while back at a fairly reasonably priced, well under $100, so I felt really good about that purchase. So I do have this loose. Didn't have to open it, thankfully. Hate to take ones like these out of circulation if they're mint on card. I'd rather find a cheaper loose one if I can, and luckily I did find that with this Haku. Beautiful purple tights, bringing us back to the Haku days. And the hallmark of Haku for me as a little kid was always the taped ankles. I always kind of noticed that. I was like, oh, he's taping those ankles. It's making those ankles even tougher with that tape. And he, of course, had the Savat kick that would knock your head off if need be. But just a beautiful looking figure. Love this Haku. Of course, has the no boots on, just has the feet flying out there like a young Jimmy Snuka, looking good. Beautiful skin tone color on Haku here, where it's very funny as we'll get to Ming in a later set. Of course, his WCW character, and apparently he turned white when he went to WCW. It's funny how that works, but we'll talk about that in that review in the future, so make sure you subscribe once again. He's got a nice fist on, and like I talked about the head, probably the best, or I'll say one of the best Jakks Class Superstars head sculpts. Beautiful beard, nice kind of afro-like hair there, beautiful screaming face, just Haku all day long. Absolute perfection right here, if you ask me. And of course, he does come with a crown, and we've seen this crown many a times throughout the line, but it makes sense. He was King Haku, and I had no issues with him being a king back in the day. For whatever reason, it fit the gimmick to me. I didn't even question it once, where some people thought it was kind of weird to see him as a king. In long term, reading in the internet later on and stuff, people are like, why was he king? That doesn't make a lot of sense, and it was weird. But to a little kid, and that's when we got to take that step back, that little kid step back, and it was cool. It made all the sense in the world to me, for whatever sense it was. Got a little crown there on the side. Just an all-around good Haku figure. And like I said, very pricey, but one of my absolute favorites in the Classic Superstars line. A fabulous, fabulous figure. Hopefully one of these days Mattel gets us a Legends Haku. Would be really nice. There's been rumors about the Cella Uncensored line, and like I always say in these videos too, I'm filming these early for Patreon members. These will be on traditional YouTube about a year later, so, you know, 2024, when you're watching this video, just remember it was filmed in March of 2023, so who knows, they could have had an uncensored one out by now, but we'll see what happens in the future. But all day long, I love that one. Another guy I love, Goldberg, kinda. Goldberg always was kinda, in some ways, was almost the Ultimate Warrior of the WCW late 90s, 2000s in a lot of ways. He was kind of the Ultimate Warrior. A lot of people griped on him. Big, muscled up, jacked up dude. Couldn't really wrestle. What is wrestling, though? To me, wrestling is getting in and out without getting hurt and getting a paycheck for the least amount of work possible. That's when you're a good wrestler at the end of the day. Yes, we love wrestling classic matches and things like that, but looking at it from a business, I want to get in, I want to get out, I don't want to get hurt, and I want to get paid. Ultimate Warrior all day long, playing all the hits right there. But Goldberg, I believe my dad's favorite wrestler of all time, so he loves himself some Goldberg, and that's what we're going to do with Goldberg right here today in Series 25. And this is more of the Goldberg when we close our eyes and we think of Goldberg. Later on, he had kind of biker shorts going on. He had kind of like some soccer shorts going on for a while too, but this is what we were reminded of. The old black trunks. Him, Jackknife, and Hulk Hogan in Atlanta, winning the title, the biggest night of his career for sure. That's kind of what we get represented right here for Goldberg. Looking good, looking maybe a little small. I don't know, it's up to debate, I guess, but looking a little small to me, and a very weird face on him, too. Like, he's got a big thing of chaw in his mouth. He's just kind of puzzled because it's not his usual red man. Somebody peed in his chaw, and the old baseball fields, all the old baseball fields, We had a coaches meeting one time, and everybody was going in one after another. And a bunch of the guys peed in a guy's thing of chewing tobacco, which is funny that they allowed kids to chew tobacco in high school, at my high school. It wasn't a big deal. I don't know. I never touched this stuff. Never touched this stuff. But they peed in his tobacco, and he came out and he put a big wad in, and everybody laughed. And he's like, what? What? Crazy times in the old ball fields. There it is. There's a Goldberg on the side. Goldberg on the side. And on the back, we got the tail of the tape, we got the blurb, we got the glamour shot, we got the cross sell, we got the UPCs, we got the warnings. Let's see what it says about our friend Bill Goldberg. Weight 285 pounds, 6'4". Finishing move, the old jackhammer. Titles, WCW champion, United States champion, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and WCW World Tag Team Champion. Quite the Renaissance man, as we do know. But let's pull him out. Let's get old Goldberg out of the package. See what all the fuss is about. And oh, there's fuss. There's always fuss with Goldberg. See you later. Goodbye. And Goldberg, when will he wrestle his last match? We'll never know, I guess. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's Goldberg right there, looking good. Pulling him out. Plastic prison. Bam, see you later, off to the side, there it goes. And Goldberg, he is out of the package. He's ready to mow somebody down if need be. Obviously, a very, very plain Jane figure here. He's got black knee pads going on, black boots, black tights, black gloves, a tattoo on his shoulder, and a smile on his face. That's all he really needs. But he's got a quizzical look on his face. Beautiful blue eyes. Those are piercing blue eyes on this guy. And then we do, of course, have that chest hair. Would love to see the real fur George Hamill steel chest hair, Shawn Michaels chest hair. Wasn't in the cards at this point, unfortunately, but it does look really good. All day long, I think you know this is Goldberg. I think everybody could tell you it's Goldberg as well. Articulation going to be the same as all these guys. We're going to walk through it here. Arms go around, bicep cut, single jointed elbow, hands back and forth, side to side, waist articulation, head back and forth, up, down, side to side. And then, of course, you get the legs that go out, knees that bend singly, ankles up and down. And that's all you get. You got to keep people wanting more. That's what you got to do if you're in a Jakks toy line back in the day. But Goldberg, a very, very good figure. Could have been a little beefier to me. I feel like they gave him a little too skinny of a torso. But it is what it is. That's the way it goes. That's the way the old cookie crumbles after all these years, I guess. But there it is. Big Show, Goldberg, Haku, a murder's row of big, tough dudes is what that is right there. Very, very good. I like all three of these figures. Don't like the staining so much on this one, but like I said, this isn't coming off, so I guess not the end of the world for me, but it could be for some. I can imagine that. And like I said, Haku, extremely expensive, and Goldberg, kind of a middle-of-the-road character right there as far as value. But a very cool wave. Series 25 is cracking up to be. We still got one more video to do with the old Briscoes and the Hardys, so subscribe. Be on the lookout for that one on the channel as well. What are your thoughts on these three? You trying to track down a Haku? I know there's a lot of people trying to track down a Haku. They just don't want to pay up for it, and I totally understand that as well. But let me know your thoughts on these three in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. You might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day, and then some. Oh, yes, and then some. Got even more for you over on the Patreon, including early access to videos like this. You could have been a year ahead on this video if you were a Patreon member, but you also get bonus content, Q&As, giveaways, you name it. And best of all, you do support the channel and all of its content. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget about social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for King Haku, Bill Goldberg, and old Uncle Paul, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.